for not being in the sky, for being the Word. Thank you for the Word, so I can share these words, share you, share the gospel with others, share the Hope Kodesh, the Spirit, the Word without flesh, right? The things unseen. So thank you, Father, for that. Thank you for the gospel always. Thank you for the ability to have this net here, this web, to uh, to throw it out there, and they catch it. If they get it, they get it, right? I can't be worried about who's a sheep and who's a goat. That's not for me to decide. That's already decided. So already chosen. So, your bride is in all 180 countries. So hopefully take this show on the road. We'll try to take the ministry on the road. That's part of something, but that's all up to you, Father. I know that. Obviously, I can't go anywhere yet, but I am preparing. I'm not going to make plans. No plans being made here, because Father will wreck them. So I should prepare to go to jail, right? And I should prepare to not go to jail. So either way, I'm going to prepare and not make plans. So if not, we'll get this ministry, something will happen if I do have hope. I'm going to give Kevin my phone, and we'll just focus now on trying to prepare to get out of here. So again, and it's not so much about that. It is that it's 100% that we're supposed to exit the system. I'm out of the system, like, as much as I can be here, but nobody joined me. So thank you, Father, for just having the words, to speak, have to ear to hear, and somebody other than, I don't really have anybody. So I'm thankful for this ministry, and, I wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for the web. So I want to live free, or otherwise, and that's how I live. If you don't live free, you're already dead. You're dead, and so I'm not going to die as I'm going to stand 10-toe upright, girded in his service, not a slave on my knees. I'll bow when he returns. Obviously, every knee will bow, but not until then. I'm going to ride, and so I need a horse. That's what I'm trying to do, prepare that and get that on the road, and that's it. So I'm real close. I actually have everything I need to go. Oh, there's some fuel, and I would like to get some gas can holders, but they can be strapped to the top for now. I can make those work up top. I'd rather not put them up top there, but it is kind of better for them to be up top, that they don't get hit. If I got hit from behind, somebody can hit a gas can, that could be dangerous. So I don't know. I've seen gas cans mounted on the back of vehicles. That's kind of where, platform to mount the back, whatever. So I thought I wanted to get an overland trailer or something to carry extra, but I don't want to have extra. I just think I want to have the one. It'd be nice to have a little overland trailer, but I don't really, no, I don't want to even have to worry about extras. It limits me on room, I know that, but maybe if I go along, I don't want to try to even accomplish that right now. I just want to get on the road and not worry about it. So we'll see what Father has for the ministry, and it's not up to me, obviously. So I'm gonna try to use these last 18 days here for pre-trial to hang out with my dog, and let Father deal with it. I can't do anything that Father created all things, everything not written, and that everything will ever will be. So there's no luck. None of this is by chance, or no free will, no luck, no chance. But the ministry is it's mobile, right? It already is. It goes all over this rock. So thank you, Father, for that. If it never happens, the ministry is still here. There is still a base, and that's why I chose to, pay the ministry off and have the ability for people to come here no matter what happens to me, because anything can happen to me, and the ministry is supposed to serve the ministry. So, right. So it will do that. It'll accomplish that. It'll be here. It's not going anywhere as long as the taxes are paid up on it. Ideally, people will come here, children will come here, and generations will be here. Generation after generation will come and be here as part of the ministry. So many are called, few oligarchs are chosen. So I know that it's it's been 10 years. So I've tried for 10 years to get people to come out here, and I've got Kevin. He got the other 20 so from me, but I think he might stay here. I don't think he's gonna, cause see, it's just a vacation for me. I plan on coming back here. Again, no, I don't plan on making any plans. I'm gonna let God, Father the Most High, He'll lead me. He'll be the wind in my sail as He's my commander. So I'm not gonna try to make plans. I'm just gonna be prepared like a veteran does. Prepare. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So. Perfect practice prevents piss poor performance. Most people perform very poorly. So I've already have everything and I need here. One thing I do need is mobility. Like I said, most people have no mobility. So it's a good thing. I need to get the show on the road. I lost Tango. I'm going to miss him. I still do a lot. He's just, but appreciate it, Rusty. Thank you for preparedness. If you ever in the future can donate, and I don't want to be ungrateful, just AdSense takes 30%. I do have CashApp and PayPal, and I don't take that. I mean, still have to pay to transfer, but I have that. I'm not sure what's going on with I tried, Scott was in here earlier, and he wanted to donate to my PayPal, and not that you guys have to donate anything. You never have to donate anything. Remember your tithes or your comments in this ministry. I want to go on the road, and you guys get to enjoy more of the people, the organic man on the street. It's what I've already done before. I've been doing this for a dozen years, so I appreciate everything. I don't want to get it in any way. I just don't like that AdSense. But there's only people, that's the only way in other countries that they can donate via, the super chat. Some can only do PayPal. Some can only do Cash App. So the ministry will take care of itself. I know that people tithe because they want to, and I do appreciate it. I'm not blowing anything here. I'm trying to go on the road, and so I'll put it, what I'm trying to ease a little bit, it'll be the cost of the road. To be hotels, pop-up tent, those clamshell tents that I can get up on top of so that's why I thought I don't need the trailer. If I can get one of those, I can have quite a bit of stuff in the back of that 4Runner and be okay. I don't need that much stuff. I mean, where the dog can still move around, and maybe if somebody wanted to join me and stuff, and they had a little, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not making any plans. So, but those I found, they're they're a couple $1,000s, but I found a guy that has one it's the oldest one they make. I've never seen this model. It's kind of an ugly model, but I don't care what it looks like. I want it to save $150 a night on a clamshell, or not a clamshell, but those pop-up, trailers. You ever seen them? They're like a roof nests is what they call them, I think. Yes, I did. I did get the vehicles. No, I still have vehicles that need to be fixed. If somebody's out here and interested, I have multiple vehicles. I might even be able to give them a whole vehicle. You know what I'm saying? I have multiple vehicles. I have the flatbed, the dually, it's up for sale. I finally put it up. I have the 4x4, the 90s Ford. That's a nice vehicle. It's an old man. It's not all clapped out or whatever. I still even have the motorhome, which they blew the windows. I don't want to get rid of that, but there's options for people if they did. I am not opposed to. I did tell you, if you want a homestead, homesteaders looking for helpers looking for homestead. I don't like the metadata Facebook, but it is a group. You can join there, and a lot of people being successful. A lot of people like myself trying to find other homesteaders to help them out, because it's hard to do it on your own with you have livestock and off the grid and all that is just part of being a homesteader, you have daily routines. You can't neglect your animals. When water bowls get frozen, they need brought inside or broken out. Animals don't stop eating, and actually less rodents and things like that for the cats and things like that out here. So there's it's a lot of responsibility, but I've achieved it. I didn't get to achieve it with anybody else, but it doesn't mean that it's not achievable still. And I know I could leave today and go to somebody else's homestead, and people would love to have me show up. You wouldn't have to pick up anything after me. Okay, where do I get that little tiny hole in the wall over there? Okay, that's my spot. I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? People don't have to pick up after me. I put the toilet seat down. I make sure the toilet paper is facing forward. If I use the ice trays, I fill the whole thing up. I don't, stop. So, okay, stop. So, Viva la Mexico. Yeah, let's go to Mexico. That's where I want to try to go, guys. I want to get there. That's where I'm headed. I want to go to Mexico. I love my Latino brothers and sisters, and I love all cultures. The gospel is 180 countries. It's all flesh. It's not some place in the middle of the desert, although I'm in the middle of the desert. I'm, and again, kind of tired of being stuck out here by myself, and I'm a loner anyways, and now I don't have my son or daughter in my life, or don't know if I'll ever see or talk to them, or even if they're alive, or how any of that's going to work out. But I definitely thank Father for just the ministry itself. And if it never, nobody ever comes, at least the people had the opportunity to come here, and Father didn't, give anybody the abundance. And there will be, I have faith that Father will provide. He doesn't do things in vain. And I know if I died trying, but I need to share this gospel. There's more than just being here at this ministry. If nobody's going to join me, then there's no reason why I can't go. And I need the versatility, where I've told you I do survival, preparedness. Preparedness is a lifestyle. And it's something that I've done for decades. And so I'm very aware that the best thing you can have is mobility. You're going to sit there like a duck in a pond, think you can protect what you have. That will work. But I'm telling you, you're better to be out of sight and out of mind, and you're not going to escape a lot of what's coming. I mean, the best thing is actually just to get away from population density. And at this time, it's more of a spiritual thing for me too. He said, come out where my people, and I know what this nation's all about. So I can't sit around and know that we murder all nations in 100 and, all 180 countries, and life is eternal. Yep, that's right. So you don't die. People are idiots, but anyways, they don't know what an idiot is. They don't know what an ass is. They don't know what hell is. They think it's 2025. They think they live on a planet, but I don't talk to people like that. I don't suck a viper. So anyways, I'll move along, on the road, and it won't be about so much of that on the road too. I mean, it is. I'm not going to sit there and feed people who don't want the meat, obviously, right? He said, eat of the meat, not this watered down milk. So it's a bit of a challenge. I know that I want to, my Spanish is not gone, but it's pretty weak compared to, I grew up in Los Angeles, California, and, so I grew up in the melting pot, you know what I'm saying? I don't see color. I don't know. Father created one race, the human race. We're equally covered under this covenant, man and woman. There are 12 eggs to a dozen, right? Like I'm on a farm, dozen, just water glass. I don't know how many dozen eggs there, but 80 eggs or something like that. But, black, white, brown, red, and yellow is all flesh. So it doesn't mean everybody. He does not love everybody. He only loves his bride, and most people go to hell. So I know that. And so learning ves español, poquito nomás, español no bueno. No, Israel is Satan. Israel is America. Israel, I hate the sin that Israel is committing with their 7-front genocide war. So don't wave your fake Jew flag in here. triangle up, triangle down, the Star of David. You don't know anything about Israel, child. Israel in the book of Revelation is not that place in the middle of the desert, so you need to leave. Get away from me, Satan. That's not Israel in the book of Revelation. That's not the Israel that it speaks of. Israel heareth what the Lord say, O Israel, learn not the way of the heathens, and be not dismayed at the ways of the signs of the firmament, right? For the heathens are dismayed at them, their customs, their rituals, their vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen. With the axe they bring it home, they deck it with silvers and gold. Yeah, like the halls, right? Tinsel, boughs, ball, holly, bells, yeah, whatever. Stand it up so it stand erect, nail it, fasten it, right, with nails and hammers so it stand like a palm tree. Get out of here, Satan. You're an idiot. I don't know what you're talking about. Israel is a nation that is genociding. Do you know what Gaza is? You live in Israel. Do you have any idea what Anak is? Tell me what Anak is. Anak. Ryan, tell me what Anak is. Do you speak any Hebrew? Tell me what the word froward is. My person might be from Israel, not even, no, doesn't even, so I was going to speak Spanish. No hablo Hebrew, you know. So let me see if this, don't come waving that flag. I burn flags in here. I took an oath to the Constitution. That was the right of the people, not a flag, not stupid people, and not a corporation. So I burn Israel and American flags. They're my two favorite flags to wipe my ass with, actually. So you can send them to my P.O. Box. There's a letter. I'll take them and wipe my ass, and I'll burn them properly like it says in the Constitution. So carry on, you Satanist, fake Jew. Didn't even speak any Hebrew in here, huh? Didn't even know what the word froward was. So don't wave flags in here. I burn them. So Viva la Mexico. Here I come. Father's pride is in all countries, not someplace in the middle of the desert, brothers and sisters. That is an apostate nation. You know, Gaza is the land of Anak, the Philistines, the champions, the giants David slayed, and Anaki, Anakin, not Skywalker, you idiot. So, you like my perspective? Oh, well, it's not me. Give all glory to, props to Father. The Most High doesn't dwell in temples made by hands. Remember, he said, I come quickly in Revelation 3:11, when no one take your crown. You see what I'm saying? But most people don't. They don't have an eye to see. They think they have a third eye. There's no such thing as a third eye. There's no such thing as free will. There's no such thing as luck. There's no such thing as being saved. There's no such thing as Jesus. There's no such thing as a planet. There's no such thing as rapture. There's no such thing as Lucifer. There's no such thing as Lord. There's no such thing as Christ. Where do you guys get these words? He said if you add a jot, that's a period, he'll blot your name out of the book of life. And that's where he'll call out his, remember, name is Shem. Name is not Jesus. It's not God. It's not Yeshua. That's not what the word name means. You believe is not a thought in your head. Believe's an action word. Didn't you even listen in school? Elementary grammar? No, you're more like Nelly in country grammar with swap meet Louie. Oh, wait, no, that was St. Louis. Sorry, I went back to my roots. Swap meet Louis. You know, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Get out of here. You went to the swap meet. How about that? You wouldn't know how to swap, do you? That's what you done. You swapped your other Jesus, as it says in Paul's writing. But there's no such thing as Jesus. There's no J's in Hebrew or Greek. So get away from me. It's not 2025. God's not in the sky. Heaven's not above your head. Hell's not below your feet. Neither is earth is the ruled. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. So thank you for coming in. But see, this is what the world needs, right? WHIRLED or WORLD, world. Just keep adding to the text. That's what he said. Do not do that. Don't even add a tittle. You know what a tittle is? How about the word halak? If you know what that is, I wouldn't even say a word in here. You might want to be quiet. Shh. Use your Fifth Amendment right. Miranda right to remain silent. Anything you say can and do will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney, legal counsel. You cannot afford one during question. Want to be appointed. Do you understand your rights? If you understand, you get off your knees. I know when I've been licked. Your words are childish, alien. Alien, there's no such thing as aliens. A tall R like this without cross. Yeah, there's no crosses there, camo. Does that say camo pajamas? I can't see you, man. Does somebody see this guy? I can't see him. Maybe it's because he's wearing camo. But Their calendar, guys. You worship a fucking calendar that's pagan. It's not 2025. I apologize for my cursing in here. Pluck the U-bow. Get away from me. They used to cut off their bird finger. You know what I'm saying? So they couldn't bow. You know, the one with the warp speed. The bringer of the disease and the cure of the disease. You know, I was a snake before you let me in. Then he let Joe Biden. You know, oh, welcome to the Hollow Needle channel. Your dialect is alien. Why are you repeating yourself, Camo? No. Did he repeat himself or is he stuck? No, maybe I did see him that time. Okay, I seen you there. You've been exposed. So look at your calendar, Giannis. You know, never mind. I'm not going to even go there. Okay, whatever. All right. So anyways, moving on. Yes, there you go, Michael. It's all scam-demic. Remember Event 201 before the old 311 on March 11th? Remember Revelation 3:11? Come quickly, let no one take your crown. He declared the crown virus. Donald Warp Speed Trump on March 11th, 3:11. So they'll beat you like a drum too, huh? Beat it into your ear hole. Beat it into where you saying it in your sleep. Green Needle Brainstorm. So, how did I attain my property and wealth? By working for it, Corn. Hey, and the great Cornholio. Hey, are you threatening me? Come with your pasta. Oh, sorry about that. Never mind. Sorry. We had to do some Cornholio. They got their corn gods, their corn syrup, right? Everything he eats, corn daddy. Who's your corn daddy? Mr. Warp Speed. He's mowing you over like I go through grass like a mower with a forward mower. Yeah, like vaccines are like mowing grass for the elite. Oh. Kind of work? I'm self-employed. I'm a farmer. What kind of work? I've done just about everything you can imagine under the rainbow. No, I don't do that silly Fruit Loops nonsense, you know, or Lucky Charms. That's what it is. You little puffy, freeze-dried marshmallow bunny. You know, in fact, it's cold as hell, like a freeze dryer. You know, it'll burn you. Ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, is it Cube or is it T? Remember? Cube, yelling Compton, but you moved to Riverside. Oh, so I'm a jack of all trades. Well, man of many hats. So what do you do for a living? Are you off the grid? Are you taking a survey? Do you ever read the scripture? Are you you're on a smart meter? Do you eat microwave food? Do you eat microwave popcorn? Who's your daddy? Corn daddy? Oh. Do you know that the corn dog was invented in Oregon? Cool. That's all right. No worries. I'm a lot to handle. I know most people can only take short, small doses of me. You know, like women, just the tip. Never does work out for you, does it there, honey? You end up getting the whole shaft, huh? Rocket. All right, moving on. Like a quarter ride at the Walmart? Oh, Kmart. Walmart. It's tram law. Great. I'm not great. That's great again. That's MAGA. Remember? High priest of the Satan Church. It's MACRA. Make America a constitutional republic again. Return it to gold and silver. So, yes, I'm off the grid. Yes, see, I'm not hooked up to the power pole. I make my own power. I used to use generators, you know, that type of, but now I have wind and solar, and yes. Look, I'm making my own power right here with the heat of the stove and my wood stove. This creates energy off the heat of the stove. Look at, there's a fire in there. What do you know? There's a fire in there. And you're on the electric, and you're on a smart meter. Why you're a stupid motherfucker if you're on a smart meter? Get away from me. You know what I'm saying? These people don't even make their power. They pay a power bill and they're powerless. Less, be less, to be low, or get below me. No, do you understand? When you get off your knees, I know when I've been licked. Below me, like these nuts. All right, no. The man's nuts, grab him. It's a physical nuts. Don't worry about it. Like Noah, 126 years, and he ain't rained one single drop of water. They called him crazy. And then, you ever read the book of Luke? my disciples. Oh, and then it rained. Oh, yeah. Some of us are having our Noah. Remember Ham, Shem, and Japheth, the 3 sons? John's son. My son, Elijah, John. John's son, Tracy, John. John at the island had 2 Johns, like 2 riders on the white horse. One in a white house with a bow. I mean, one on a horse. They're both horses, remember? White. One has the scepter. I have to build an ark. There you go, build an ark. Fingers. That's what I do. This guy ain't playing around. He's got 2 in the. Never mind. Fingers on. No, it's not the end. Don't say that. Then you can be a Satanist. That's not what it says. It said, look up for your redemption draweth nigh. It's not the end, but the beginning of sorrows. So it's going to get like a shitstorm, a waves of intensity, like an oscillation. You know what that means? Oscilles, triangle. No, right. Back and forth. Just simple. Back and forth. I'm just playing you like a ping pong ball. So it's not the end, but the beginning. Waves of an intensity of shit coming. Like it's going to get intense, like wandering Jews in the desert, that fake Jew that came in here earlier. No, tabernacles. It's going to get tabernacles. Get it? Intense. Waves of an intensity. What is this guy on? That's the word. You just don't like the word. Get it? It's tabernacles. It's not the end. It says it's not the end. There'll be wars, rumors. There's been wars since the beginning of time. Remember, father, have sex with your sister, multiply. No enemy, come against, no weapon, no, your enemy because of war. If your enemy comes against you one way, I will make them flee 7 ways, right? If you do not love me, and you start going after other gods and gods in the sky, and well, then your enemy will come against you one way and I'll make you flee 7 ways. So, fear, tyranny prevails. What is fear, tyranny? So remember, God doesn't love everybody, the God of the Old Testament, but now he made a bride, right? Well, he had a divorce and he made that name. Remember, he made them from the foundation. He created the creator. He creates all things. There's no such thing as free will or man-made luck. No, Father created all things, everything not written, everything that ever will be. How did you make anything? By his hands? No, he created man, right? So get away from me. See, you're one of those people that doesn't mesh with me. You could take your little square peg and stick it in somebody else's triangle or round hole, whatever. Triangle up, triangle down, whatever your star, David. So you have a contract to your local state representative. Have you contacted your local state representative? Have you ever experimented with mushrooms? Oh my gosh, smelly fingers. No, I don't microdose. And that does work for veterans that have issues with PTSD. Somebody told me to come in here and took 7 grams. I threw them out, made an example, but I don't use microdosing. I don't need to personally. I know it does work. I'm not giving any medical advice that has brought people out of bad spats of depression. Maybe people took a little too many and are bent over backwards. That psilocybins are, I'm in Oregon. They legalized or not legalized, decriminalized all, but now they flip back on it. But not for me. Not for me. So no, I use cannabis. I don't smoke marijuana or weed, and all this genetically gene edited autoflower space rocks. That's not cannabis. I know I've been a medicinal cannabis grower, and I won't even go into that. We're not going to get on that subject. So don't use the psilocybins. But when I was younger, back in the day, a couple times I did. Yeah, sure, but not anymore. No. Remember Cheech and Chong when they were asking me, hey, you got any drugs when they were driving across the border? Not anymore. Oh, how long you been here? A week? A day? I mean, a weekday. All right, never mind. Oh, man, that's a bummer. They're busting a whole carload full of nuns, man. So, all right, keep it up. Remember, the Father is the Aleph, he's the Most High. There'll be wars and rumors of wars. You thought I forgot, huh? Famine, pestilence, disease. I don't forget nothing. I'm like an elephant. Remember Charlie Kirk? He's a little bit too much to the right, a little too much. End up leaning like an ass to the left. Famine, pestilence, earthquakes, right? Pestilence into the word, Amos, disease, the word. It's talking about the word. Famine and pestilence. Earth is not below your feet. Earthquakes, right? In diverse places. This is not the end, but the beginning of shitstorms, babies. Tabernacles. It's about to get intense. Shroom and edible DMTs, nothing leaves all sides. Right. Okay, well, if you're gonna, I can't do all that, Camel. See, I don't want to do the DMT and all that stupid other shit. So where are you getting your DMT? Let me ask this person real quick. Real quick. Camel, where are you getting your DMT from? Where are they producing this DMT? Do you even know how DMT is produced? So where are you getting your DMT? because that ain't natural. Oh, try this, Tracy. You like cannabis, and you're a homeopathic. You're a naturalist. Try some DMT. It'll bring you down a notch, man. You'll see all these weird little. How come you guys all see the same fucking thing? Your program. So tell me where this DMT comes from. So we got to put this shit up on fucking record right before I go. Get it the fuck out of here. So tell me they're camo pants, jammies, PJs, like peanut butter and jelly, or come on there. Okay, so why the fuck would you say to take something that's synthetic? Why would you put that in here? You go fuck yourself. GFO, go fuck off with your flying bullshit saucers or whatever you guys stupid shit you think you see when you're all. It's a goddamn program. You guys been marked. As soon as you take that shit, put that in your body, bam! It's like it's in you. Like, oh yeah, kind of like the government wants to get inside you, right? Like your metadata. That's why you swipe your little card and tell them what you're doing. You know, your phone takes a picture of you every 18 seconds in infrared, right? Oh, all right. So why would you say that in here? Why do you push synthetic drugs? You a drug pusher? Do you work for Donald Trump or for Hillary Clinton? Remember? Never forget Benghazi. Oh, he's calling them out at Trumpstein Island. They do a lot of that shit there. You know what happens when you oxidize epinephrine? You get fear and loathing in Las Vegas. Lizard people, right? There's no such thing as lizard people. Get away from me. There's another one that's on the list. No shapeshifters, no lizard people. So why do you push synthetic drugs on people? Camo PJ pajamas. Because I don't like drug pushers. The number one drug dealer to known history makes Al Capone. Hillary Clinton is Donald Trump with his $2.2 trillion Pfizer jab. Number one single selling product ever in the history of mankind. Outpaced any. It was always real estate. Not just like houses, but by, commercial. Yeah. That's how it's going to go down. So why are you pushing DMT in here? An experience. What the hell is your problem with that? Psilocybins, that's a natural, like mullein and like daisies. Like, ooh, look at them Daisy Dukes. Look at them girls with the Daisy Dukes. Oh, what are you pushing that for? Why are you such a drug pusher? Why are you push synthetic drugs? Are you a pharmacist? Somebody came out here and asked if I was a pharmacist earlier. Did you see that shit? So speak up, Camo. Did you go blank on me? Did you get stuck on dumb? I can still see you. You're in here. No, put something in here or get the flock out of Dodge. Don't push drugs on people. You remind me of the government pushes more. Who do you think brings all the drugs into the prison? The prison guards. Who do you think sells it to the police here in Lake County, to the farmers? Fuck you, Lake County Sheriff's Office, fucking Sergeant, fucking Rourke, piece of shit. You and your fucking gaggle fucking criminal fucking tyrants out here. Whatever. Don't bother them. They won't bother you. But they just wanted to go along, get along gang. So gang, heavily armed group of thugs. When I was law enforcement group, 6 or 8 or more, heavily armed, going around and harassing, extorting the general public, wearing the same color, thin blue line. Ever heard a song called "Fuck the Firefighter"? Have you? So. Same thing with their food, in my opinion. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, that's disgusting. So, no, I don't drink milk, you idiot. Poochie said he thinks I'm drinking milk. Nope, I don't drink goat's milk because I don't have any more goats. But that's probably the only kind of milk. I don't drink milk. My mom's tit I drank, but not, since then. It's been, I don't homologize and pasteurize. I don't, my stomach doesn't like it. Tore up from the floor up. Never actually take a deuce, but feel like I'm going to, like I got the molten belly. So, this guy says, don't cuss nigga. What does nigga mean? Oh, your attitude? Don't come in here with your attitude. Unscripted. Damn, my eyeballs hammered reflections. You know what you're talking about. So, we don't allow any niggers in here. White niggers, black niggers, red niggers, brown niggers, or yellow niggers. No niggers, okay? So don't come in here with your nigger attitude. Okay? So maybe you're a white nigger holding your breath and you're like, I don't know, you're a lady. You're a smurfette, right? You're a smigger. Or maybe you're Papa Smurf. I'm not sure. Maybe you're the orange nigger in chief. The pedophile or the Cheeto-phile. So don't come here with, I don't see colors. I don't know what you're talking about. Your attitude, grow up. Don't do racism. One race, the human race. No aliens. No big feet. Take your big feet and kick rocks, and then you can keep kicking them until that turns some kind of gravel road, and keep beating and pounding on that until that turns into sand. He said, don't build your house on sinking sand. Pound sand, man. And go back to the future, kick rocks. He said he is the rock Petra, not some fake 33 Masonic cornerstone. Christ is the cornerstone, you idiot. I think your stone is what you are. Stone on some gene-edited space rocks from a dispensary. You're a meth pot, basically. Got you out like a meth addict. You're a Mexican American. You'll pump on that dragon, electric dragon dick with the glycol and the embalming fluid. No wonder you act like you're frontal and bottomized. So there you go. Thank you guys. This is crazy. We're one race, the human race. Ain't no freaking gods in the sky and fallen angels. Here we go again. Same thing that happened at the time of Rome. They're doing it again. It's not 2025. These people are in hell, aren't they? They can't even define the word hell. Revelation 9:11 says they have a king over them. The angel is angelos. Angel is the word messenger by definition. So Apollyon, the one Trump has his house decorated with, these people just love it. They're 25 Masse. He said, do not Masse, right? We don't celebrate the eating of human flesh. We don't eat flesh. Yes, you do. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to help these people. Come out of her, my people. Nope. They just love the system. The old king dollar, remember? The beast system. So I know a fallen angel touched you the other night, smelly fingers. I know. Man who goes fishing in another man's well, bound to catch crabs. Watch out for this guy. He's going to be on your daughter. Check this person for kitty porn. Smelly fingers, yep. A man who goes to bed with itchy butt wakes up with smelly fingers. I got you there. Get out of here, sick fuck. Yeah, get your fingers up your ass. Goodbye. Wrong place, wrong channel. Well, maybe there's another channel for you here, but not the, yeah, you can program like a school, swim on out of here. Be programmed as a child, put your money in the bank, get it currency. Do you see what I'm saying? Probably not. So, if you're not out of the system, you know, you're just one of these beasts yourself, then you are. The dollar, you're a dollar, then the dollar is the beast. You haven't figured it out, have you? The beast is an it anyways, so it's the it is the neuter gender. You know what that means? Not cutting body parts off. You ever study any Greek? There you go, mixed. You're in America. Doesn't that suck? Hurricane Helene would be a perfect example of that, wouldn't it? Can't even go in there and help the people who need it. Instead, they gave the money to the Venezuelans. Now they're kicking them out of here. We already know the Epstein files. We already know Trump's on the list. It's his island. It's not files. Remember, it's stacks and stacks of historical record. Remember, his phone pinged from his tower, 58-story Babylonite. Well, Manhattan to his island, Trump's island, not EpiPen, Epstein. It's Trump's island. Stop saying that. Hashtag Trumpstein Island. Right? They're all island boys. And Billary and Hillary. Oh, Bill and Hillary. The Clintons. EpiPen Island. Island boys and girls. Oprah. Manshell. All of them. Diddy. Who's your Diddy? They're all in on it. Big bad party, wasn't it? Baby oil? Or was it bath salt party? Oh, they were doing, yeah. Who do you think the baby oil? Who do you think paid for all the baby oil? Warp Speed, Mr. Oil Daddy. The man that dropped 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. Oh, wait, that doesn't math. They're moving the goalpost on you. It's Trump's island, not Epstein's island. Why do you keep calling it Epstein's file? They're his files. Everybody's hiding, even if he's not, he's hiding Cheetah files, right? Or PDF files. So, careful, Gabriel. We already know they've been on the dark web for how long in the white papers? The Lolita? Come on, man. Grab her by the pussy. All the pictures of him and all the little girls and boys on their boys and girls island. Their island boys. and girls. They bring boys and girls to the island, Trump's island. So do we have this straight? It's the Trump files. Stop calling it Epstein files. They're buddies. Remember, why does everybody put it on EpiPen? Not that he's some kind of, it's Trump. It's all, are you that? You just go with the narrative, don't you? Whatever they say. You know what I'm saying? There is no new world order. That's a hilarious thing. There's no one world order, one world religion, or one world currency, but they're pushing a new world order around everybody. Remember? Oh, you Hulkamaniacs, run wild! Remember? What happened to Hulkamaniacs? Oh, now it's NWO. Niggers with attitude. You live in Compton, but you moved to Riverside. Don't come in here and try to step on me. Everybody said your enemies be ashes under your feet. I'll make your enemies your footstool. He'll come back and crush the head of the serpent with the foot, remember, that was bruised by the heel of the serpent. Come back and crush the head of the serpent. I was a snake before you let me in, and then he let Joe Biden. Whacked 9/11. 4 + 5 is 9. When you skip Joe Biden, 4 + 7 is 11. President 9/11. Oh, no, 2-3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. You can't tell me 2 + 2 = 5, right? Would you like to talk about the Pentagon? How about the airplane that hit the dirt? Oh, all those people who called them on cell phones, and get the out of here, man. You guys, Osama bin Laden was an oil tycoon who did deals and was an operative trained by the CIA. Remember with Russia? Oil deals with the Bushes? I told you, stay out of the bushes. Remember, Al Gore received get back in the closet, Al Gore. Al Gore receives more presidential votes than any other history, president, any history of mankind. Baby Bush. Baby Bush. I told you, stay out of the bush. Remember Papa Bush? The New World Order, New World Order. That dude is wicked, huh? Yeah, they love it. There's no one world order, one world religion, or one world currency. It never says that one time in Scripture. And everybody was waiting for a one world government as they stand on a one world X. Remember the 2 kings, 2 crowns? They got them doing it again. There you go. People are lame, man. These uniforms are lame, man. What you talking lame, sucker? We had to do a little teach and telling up in here. Okay, apologize. We do that every once in a while. We break off a little they tell I vision, so we'll break out, we'll roll the reels and go back in time, like Back to the Future. And that movie's about Donald Trump. The movie Donald Trump, that you can call Back to the Future Donald Trump, the movie Donald Trump. Did you know that? Go see Informed. I'm not a Christian. Go see Informed Christians, Daniel Valles. Go see his decode. I think it's 45 minutes it took him to get through the first 15 seconds of the movie. So yeah, that movie is not about, 88 gigawatts, like 88 and 88 and like Back to the Future, and he had to go 88 miles an hour. Remember when he went through the cornfield, what happened? Jesus Christ! Remember when he hit that scarecrow? Oh, like the return. Oh, never mind. Like they know what they're talking about. Aries, Pisces, Aries, like the Gemini with your 5G whiz towers and all your air and 33. And yes, you've been spun like a Yule wheel, like a crown. 88, right? 22088 for Mr. Warp Speed. That's his job here number. It's the Ether 44. So stop it. They're playing with you. They play tricks on your eyes. Remember Silly Rabbit? April Fools. The New Year's not starting in the middle of the winter. I guess you've never heard of Gnosticism in the 1st century. Camel, can you tell me anything about, tell me something prior to Gnosticism. Let's go prior, because I mean, that's so modern, right? You're a Gnostic, I guess. What are you talking about? Are you trying to claim that I don't know anything, or now you're trying to claim that I am? What the hell is... Camel, why did I let you stay in here in pajamas? I already knew you're a bunch of peanut butter and jelly. You're a bunch of full of shit. Should have taken you out of here already. Remember, Camel, I don't see you. I see you now. Are you insinuating that I don't know anything about Gnostic? Are you a Gnostic? Are you a narcissistic? The fuck you talking about? Christians are Satanists. Catholicism is Satanism. The deadly head wound that was healed in Scripture. I know that love is the best. Gnosticism is the unperverted version of Christianity. Christianity is Satanism. Christ, there's no such thing as Christ in neither the Old or New Testament. That's how much you know. Camel, get Camel out of here, child. Camel, you just made yourself like a fucking complete idiot. You know that? Look at this. You know nothing. Satanism is Catholicism. The deadly head wound that was healed. Get out of here. This guy been hiding in here like a Bin Laden, right? A CIA trained operative, and now you blame him for dropping 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. Man, these people are lame, man. Remember? So, but anyways, what a foolish thing to say, right? Christ, that term is never written in the Old or New Testament. Christ, there's no, what planet are you from? That term never written in the text ever. This is a Nephilim, brothers, sisters. No tie, like there's a no tie in Oregon. And everything. I don't know how to tie his shoes or something, tripping over his own shoelaces over here. Hey, man, it's Tyrone shoelaces. Hey, no tie. Oh, wait, Tyrone shoelaces, no tie. Tyrone, you know Tyrone? All right, planet. Where the hell does it say planet? Where did it tell me that anywhere in any text that it says in the scripture, in the Old New Testament, even the rejected text, Enoch's, Jasher, where does it say the word planet? Where do you come up with that? Where's the planet? I'm trying to work with you here. What planet are you from? You mean what ball in the sky? No, I don't. God doesn't come from balls in the sky. There's no balls in the sky where God's come from. That's not, you're not on a universe in the spinning arm of the galaxy there, Squidward, or Patrick, whatever you are, starfish. Squidward, I don't know, whatever. You play your old SpongeBob game. Oh, out there in the spinning arm of the galaxy, there's no universe. Get away from me. You're locked in the firmament. So where do you come up with the word planet? They fly over a planet. So where do you come up with that text? Well, yods. Yod is a word, is a letter. So where do you get those plane, like ET, phone home? You know, where do you come up with that? Like the red phone to the White House, White Horse, or White House. 2 riders on the White Horse, 1 on the White House, or no, 2 of them are on the White Horse. 1 has a scepter, 1 has a bow. 1 holds the crown, the inheritance to the church. The other one is the bringer of the disease and the cure of the disease. Apollyon, Satan, Christ, Jesus, birthed on December 25th, Mass A, the Son of God. Forgot him, bro. Tell me a good conspiracy. Uh-oh. We have a CIA operative in here. Limb is a limb, like a leg. We got a leg in here. Conspiracy is a term coined by the criminal imbeciles and assholes at the centralized somewhere in this corporation soup alphabet agency. So look at these people using the coined term by the CIA, conspiracy theorists. The man's face has been completely frontal lobotomized. It's like somebody blew a big, just blew his head off, split his wig, popped his grape, I guess. I'm not sure what happened to him. But there's no conspiracy. Theory is how about fact there, dipshit? How about shit like guano, like bat soup, like 5G whiz, like in a laboratory or in some market in Wuhan? I'm waiting. Hello, you want to phone Fred? How about that for a theory? You mean like scientific theory, like disputing the known with, constant with the scientific method, right? Always disputing the known with theory. Do you have any idea what you're talking about? Yep, see, where we go. Coming in here saying weed and amphetamine and the same thing. This is a Mexican American right here, brothers and sisters. I told you they turned the weed into meth. Get out of here. No, we're not tapped into the matrix. You're Satan. Don't say that. PAV, you are trapped in the matrix because you're a child. Matrix is a scriptural term. Tell me where it says matrix and you're actually being what the word calls a Nephilim or a demon. Because matrix is in a movie. Matrix is a term written. It's scriptural term. You just use it totally incorrect, or you're an idiot. No, matrix isn't a movie, Los. Matrix is a scriptural term written in text. So it 100% has to do with text. That's all right. Don't worry about it. We're going to learn. We're not stuck. I know this person's stuck in the matrix. They ain't even coming out of their moms, they're in the dark, their head's up their ass or something. Maybe they're not an ass because maybe they can learn, but that's a bad, yes, it's a biblical term. Oh, yes, look it up. Yes, it is. first to penetrate the matrix, and not that way. Us guys trying 9 months to come out the matrix, and the rest of our life trying to get back in the matrix is not out here, dumbass. That's not what matrix is. So he was conceiving the world. Not necessarily, AJ, but because I don't agree with you with your December. There's no December calendar, so there was no December. There is no 10th month of the year. There's no December, like what you're saying. 25th by Elizabeth, made clear by Elizabeth, husband serving at the documented feast. I do agree the shepherds were in the field with the sheep, but that could have been any time between, obviously, the shepherd. Do you know anything about Israel? You ever studied Israel at all? Do you have anything? I mean, you make a statement like that, but then you say the shepherd. Do you know when the sheep go up in Israel? You ever study? I'm a farmer, so I've raised sheep. You can see sheep. You want to see documented Henry that chases the dogs out here. I mean, you have some half, and if you add a jot, 99 truths and a lie, 99 lies and a truth is still a lie. So careful, these dialect, this gloss that you speak that comes out your pie hole, your face. Decamai, let me see your hands up. Everybody, it's a stick up. Give a man a gun, he'll rob a bank. Give a man a bank, he'll rob the world. Like 10 toe or 10 hands, you know. Decamai, 2 decamai, a rack. So tell me about when the shepherds put up the sheep because of the rains. What months is that? AJ, we'll put you on spot. See, not going to answer my question. So answer my question. If you're going to use your lunar calendar, then you need to tell these people what their lunar pagan calendar, which is not the Hebrew calendar. So you speaking half truths in here, and I'll throw your ass right out of here. No, you didn't. I'm asking for the months, so we can make it very clear. On the Gregorian lunar calendar, where they combined this, paganism with this Julius Gregorian Caesar calendar. I'm very obviously well studied of this, and I wouldn't put you on front. Okay, if you don't give me the months exactly that they're put up because of the rains, you're going to have to leave here. So you're speaking half truths. You can only speak part. You haven't studied enough. Go back and study and come back when the lights come on. It's an adult only stream in here. Apparently your lights are out, or you go outside when the lights come back on, and outside, or whatever is adult only stream. You can't answer my question, then go away from me, because your half truths won't work in here. You have to be studied to speak anything that's in the text in here, anything. So So I'm asking you to tell these people when, and if you'd studied in Israel, you know what months the shepherds put up the field, right? In the field, the shepherds put up because of blight, the mold in their sheep. You don't know anything about this. You're just spewing what you heard on the internet. You got to be careful. You can't change even a jot. Can't add a jot, he'll throw you in hell. Remember? Add a tittle, throw you in hell. Add a thought, tittle, wrong. Your own interpretation, wrong. I rebuke you in Christ's name, false teacher, you are blocked. What the fuck? There is no Christ, and there is no Christ ever written in the text, and name doesn't say name, and you can't rebuke me, because you have to know that there's no Christ in the Old Testament, or is there new? Is there? That term's never written. No Christ, no Lord, no Jesus, no Lucifer, no devil, no planet. You can't rebuke me, you idiot. You have to know what you're talking about before you can rebuke somebody, and you don't rebuke anybody. The word does itself. And the name is Shem, so it doesn't say name. Remember, second born. So AJ, you're an idiot. Did you see how much you don't know? You can't rebuke somebody, and you can't block me and B9, I don't care about your misinterpretation, but you can't rebuke somebody. There's no name. It doesn't say name. What word does it say if it doesn't say name? No, the Lord, there's no Lord anywhere in the text either. That's the word itself. Father is the word. Hogadesh is the word in Hebrew. This person doesn't speak anything out of the Old Testament, doesn't study with the lexicon, his e-sword app, his concordance. They just spew. Just I was saying, the person earlier, they sit there and, can't answer my question. Then they're going to rebuke me, and, they're not. They can't. I'm asking them a question. and they can't answer. But now they're going to rebuke me, and there's no Lord. It doesn't say Lord in the Old or New Testament. That means master, and you can't serve two. And you are when you start adding jots. You're serving your own. That is idolatry. The Greek word is porneia or idolatria. You're serving what somebody told you, your eyes, the dirt. You're serving the dirt. Father is the word. Father doesn't come from the dirt. Father is the word Hokodesh. In the beginning, the word was the word. The word became flesh. That's obviously Shiloh. So the power lines are underground out there. Oh, equal. Hey, I like that. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Somebody's talking some sense. I think this person's been in here before. I think I've seen him in here. Something about like Equador, Equator, or something. They were spitting some facts last time. If it was the same person, so you might want to watch this person, moderator. Careful. Some of the best facts I ever learned was from, blogs and the chat section, the comment section. Sometimes people drop links. Not like the missing link there, you idiot. No, you're missing the boat. It already left. The record is already... Oh, Berkey water with Berkey ice cubes. That is the best. Oh, man. I'm going to have to bring the Berkey on the road, huh? All right, let's get back to the conversation for a minute. I love to just share the word. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Just love sharing it. That's what it says. Don't boast because you know, and I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in a studying mode, man. That's why I want to go on the road. Take this show on the road, man. It's going to get exciting, or I'm going to be with a bunch of stinky dudes in jail. So I'm in Father's hands, like Allstate. He's got me. Whatever he's going to do to me in 18 to 24 days. This ain't waiting months anymore. We got them last grains of sand ticking through the old hour, like those so are the days of our life, and them last few 24 days are going to go real quick, like it's not going to take like 25, 24, 23, 22. Oh, bam, they're gone. Look at that. They go real quick at the end, don't they? Those last grains of sand. So 18 days to the pre-trial, and I ain't even heard from the damn attorney. Father can't make it any more, but it's okay. Remember, those last 24 days are going to go quick. Just where you know it, see how that works? I remember in an hourglass. So I'm going to try to, I've been spending time with my puppies. Father just took my other dog from me. So me and Father, we're having ourselves a little battle here, but that's okay. Oh, gone. So, yes, study the interlinear text or step. Just start studying it one word at a time. Get the canonized version. Obviously, that's the only version that you study. There is no other version of the text that you should be studying. If it wasn't canonized, you need to get a concordance and a lexicon and just start studying one word at a time. Get the book, The Lost Ways, study that, and get the book Strategic Relocation by Joel Skousen. There's enough to study for years right there. If I could take 3 books with me to jail, that would be the 3 books that I've read. I just can't glean enough from them. So can always go over scripture, but you got to be studying the right text. You need the concordance so you can one word study, find out where all the word uses a cheat code to go back and study your text. And before you do that, you need to know the definition of each word you're studying. Otherwise, you're just a translator. You're a bullshitter. You're speaking slang, and Father doesn't want you to add even a letter or a period or a comma, or you're going to hell. That's what the word says, but people don't like it because they're religious. So, and I rebuke religion, remember, with the word, but I can do it because I know that he doesn't dwell in temples made by hands. I can use the scripture, the gospel, to rebuke them with the word, not me. Oh, I rebuke you in the name. No, it would say Shem, and his Shem is all letters, minus the ones that were blotted out in the book of Colossians 2 and 14. Once written on tables of stone, the law. That was the name. Father is the beginning was the word. Remember, Father, I am. He said, before Abraham was I am. See, they can't rebuke anybody with anything. Be comforted, Peter, I am. Once written on tables of stone is now sprinkled with the blood of the lamb on fleshy tables. He said, don't sup with vipers. Don't break bread with people who are, swine. Now it's written with beard blood. Remember? Striped. He was striped, stabbed him. Crown of thorns so thick, not these little baby thistles, but thorns when it was in his head, his skull. Blood, They ripped his beard out of his face and sprinkled with that blood. And he paid the bride price on fleshy tables of their hearts. Remember, the heart symbol is sodomy. So the heart is continuously filled with wickedness. This is the gospel. This is how you rebuke somebody with a word. And I'm not doing it. These are his words. Shiloh, the scepter shall not depart from Judah till Shiloh returns. Shiloh is the one who stands with Father, and you have to have a crown to set at the feet of Shiloh, or you are not going to receive your inheritance. Grow up, child. That's what religion does. It waters people down. You can't rebuke me. If you do, rebuke me with the word, the correct words, the texts that are actually written in the text, the accepted text, the interlinear textus receptus that was coded by Constantine. Remember, they put these all by the number so you can study one word at a time. So it's a long study. Don't try to read it like a book. Don't read like that. If you start studying one word at a time, that book comes to life. Remember, he made a new living will. He was the testor of that will, testament. It's a test of our faith, a test of our will. Whose will is it? Your will? That's self-will, no free will. And then there's Father's will, agape. So I need to learn all this in Espanol. Okay? See? Nada? See, how am I learn all this in Spanish? I need to get the hell out of America. This is something I've wanted to do. I remember talking to my son about this 25 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate your asking. All I can do is bring you to the text that I study, and the one that I know that they defined all the words. He said, I am the word aletheia, that is the word truth, and you want the truth, you can't leave the definition. You leave the definitions because you left the truth. You leave the truth, you leave definition. That's translation, transliteration are two different words. Literal no change to the definition or the yods, the letters, is the word transliteration. Translation is idolatry. You've made up your own version. You ever heard the train? I took the Beverly bus down to Beverly Boulevard to Barney's Bean Read to buy a bowl of beans. And then I say that to Michael. Michael says that to, Gunner says that to Pay says it never comes out the same on the other end. That's called translation. You can't take Hebrew, change it into Aramaic, and then English. It gets lost in translation. The guys study out of a book that's an old 12th century book canonized by Constantine, where they took 300 men and used dictionaries to define all the words, one word at a time. They still ran into words in the 12th century they couldn't define back then. The hell makes you think you're going to get a correct definition now? If they studied and struggled back then and they couldn't shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about, see? That's what I try to get people to slow down, because my brain never wants to slow down. I'm thinking about two other things as I'm talking to you, so you know. I don't like this brain of mine. I didn't ask for this. I want out of it. It's a fucking insane asylum. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. The patients have taken over the asylum. Hey, whatever, man. I got it all organized in there. It's organized chaos. Remember, I create chaos, calamity, evil, Isaiah 45:7. So study the word, brothers and sisters. You'll proof yourself with others that are in the narrow way if you'll just study the right text. Okay. Thanks for asking. This is what I've studied. I've got freaking libraries. I'm surrounded by books and read. There's a library. Oh, there's cannabis. There's a whole library back here and videos. And I mean, I wanted more. I wanted to shove them in a hole and bury them for later, So, but thank you, Father, for this ministry again. I want to hopefully gang clean, not gangrene, green needle brainstorm. I would like to brainstorm with my brothers and sisters in the narrow way and out of this country, and start with the South American countries. I mean, the closest way to get out of here is, unless somebody can convince me to go to some other country before I leave, I'm going to drive out of here. I haven't had that quite. I don't know, whatever. Father will do it. So, but now I need to get in my vehicle and leave, if and when I can. Father, I'm preparing, not planning. Father will wreck my plans if I make any plans. I'm preparing to not be able to leave and go to jail, or I'm preparing to be able to leave. And as soon as I leave, I don't need to stay here more than any few days, so I can try to maybe locate my daughter and my son. And if I can't get anywhere, then I don't need to keep beating the same drum. I need to just go file the lawsuit out of the country, but I'm going to go take a vacation first, and get myself kind of centered away from what just happened. It's been a long 18 months, and I'm trying to figure out how to put the pieces back together of, a son and a daughter and a dog down now. So I've lost, quite a bit here. And so these were the only things I really had, were my animals and my daughter and my son. So as of now, I don't have that. And so it's either been taken, and I know I don't know what to do about, Elijah and Adrian. I'm going to go try to talk to, uh, Adrian, his mom and dad, and figure out, why have you not contacted me? That's my daughter too. I cared. I'm the one who brought her here. Why haven't they contacted me at all? Why hasn't Elijah's mom contacted me? So I just have to be patient with Father. Love is patient. We need to be patient with Father, patient with others, patient with ourselves. I create everything not written. I do them all after my own counsel. You know what I'm saying? So, Michael, please give all glory to Father. I don't. If I get out of here, it'll be a little bit better with all the cursing and stuff, man. If I can imagine learning this gospel on the road, taking and see what other people know, sticking this little camera in their face. I'm sure I'll try to get some kind of holder, give it a little bit more official look, so I can look a little more like, a little more like, I am a blogger, I am a streamer. It's what I do. I'm a pastor. I'm retired. And I didn't ask for the name, but I didn't ask for that. It's been years. You guys been calling me pastor for years. You called me Revelation, what it is, and I am Revelation. I've always been, that's been something I've done for a long time. It's just, but after being called hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, pastor, I didn't ask for this. This is a ministry. I retired and said, that's it. This is what Father wants me to do. All right, I'm done, Father. Okay, this is what you want me to do. Full time, do it full time. Don't do anything else. Just do this until you die. Okay, Father, I understand what you want me to do. So, no, I haven't done that because there's still an active warrant. The way it is, Kat, just so you know, if you just, it sounds like you, I've had a lot of appreciating. There's an active warrant for Elijah. They supposedly saw him in February. I don't know if I have any, I'm going to use the word belief. That's not, but belief that that's true. I appreciate it at this point in time. They have not been reported. See, I feel bad because I think I know where their bodies are at. And I think because I've already reported who and why and how and motive to multiple police agencies now, multiple times. So if I'm reporting his body dead, don't you think somebody from some investigators office say, dude, shut the fuck up. Your son is dead. He's been, he was reported deceased by the coroner's office here, and I'm not saying that I couldn't check because I've had people, again, check the jails and check the, and I've heard that been brought up now just one time before. And it is brilliant, Kat, to think of all things. I'm not saying appreciate it, and I don't want that, but I do have a pretty good understanding of, I think I know what happened to them. And that's why Josephine County won't look for them, because in this area, they're literally trafficking people in this area. You know what I'm saying? There's trafficking. They went in the cannabis industry from using, the people to traffic them, to use them, to extort them, to grow cannabis and pick and trim and grow and water and brought them when cannabis price came down. And then the people in Southern Oregon got busted because we had the Chinese up here. And then we had the, obviously mafia and all that's been here, the cartel that's been here too. And the feds are out there that have their Fed grows. Yes, they do. They sure in the hell do. These people were stealing people's water and then started stealing people, and they got busted doing that. The coyoteing people, they're coyotes. This is basically, there we go. Thank you, Father. They're running. And instead of using these people to use them coyotes to use them as laborers to work in these camps, which they got busted and stealing water, a lot of these shut down. And the price of gold and silver started, and they knew it was going up. So they brought all these people into and it's kind of ironic that I gave Marshall a gold and silver, a pick of a company. And then he becomes a miner after I met this guy who I think killed my son and daughter. His story never did add up. I even, as Elijah, my son, as he was, knew that something was going to happen with the law out here. I said, son, I don't get the right. He's dishonest. He wanted to take my son and hide them, my son and daughter, in the gold mines, in the gold mines. He didn't tell me the location, but now I figured out where that location's at. And I think that's where my son and daughter's bodies are at. As much as I don't want that to be true, because when I went back to this location where I found my son and daughter's car or whatever, it's a ghost town. And this is a major grow operation. But now silver is pushing, $50 or something, for, out the door, probably more for, and gold is over 40, 45, it's back. But they took and started using these people from the cannabis industry because there's no money in cannabis anymore, because they came in and shut a lot of this down in Applegate and Josephine County, and all those southern counties, even along all that Medford, all of that area up there, because there was a shitload of cartel up in these areas growing, and they were trafficking, coyote people, brothers, sisters. This is what I think that's happened to my son and daughter, and I've tried to report this, and I feel so responsible because I did it. I didn't take the gold and silver and go on the road like my son told me to do. So if he's alive, I might stay here in America, but I don't think he is. I'm still holding on to the 20 acres that they were going to purchase from me, that they were just going to take over the payments. They weren't going to purchase. They were just going to take over the payments, but now I'm still paying on it and whatever. It is what it is. But I need to get out of the country and have somebody else look into this from the outside, and maybe I'll get somewhere. But nobody in this country has even came to veterans to try to help me, even after I was assaulted, battered, literally right at due process, irregardless. All you have to do is look at the live stream to see that, I have massive lawsuits here that I've neglected to file. And so does my son and daughter. That's what, to me, doesn't make me feel like they're alive. So the best thing I can do is go on the road, take some time away, and try to get out of here, and so I don't end up getting myself killed trying to go up into those gold mines and find my son and get my son, or myself killed too, trying to locate him. Hire a team of people, file the lawsuits, come up with enough money to hire some private investigators, and let Father deal with it. Me trying to deal with it has done nothing. What, puppy? What? You come over to say hi to the dad? Did you come up to say hi to the dad as soon as I start talking about the boy? He'll say, you know about the boys. I love this guy. So, but every day I wake up knowing that they could be up there, and maybe I should have filed the lawsuit sooner, but I don't want the state to have to pay the people that don't kiss me, please. No kisses, please. What do you need? What do you need? You just need some loving? You need some loving? Did you wake up and hear the dad? Did you wake up and hear the dad? Did you wake up and hear the dad? He's struggling a little bit too, guys. My puppy is not doing very well since we've lost the big guy. His whole routine is off. He's had him for years. He did struggle a little bit last time when this same guy, Marshall, who I think you did whatever he did to my son, he took my dog from me, and this guy was alone for months and without his brother, Manny, and he's just not doing very good. He just like that. He just was sleeping, and he woke up, and I think he must have smelt heard me say something, and it reminds him of, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? No kisses. No kisses. So anyways, we're gonna figure it out, you know what I'm saying? The SWAT raid is here on the live stream playlist. So is when they threw me in jail. So is the 17 days leading up to the SWAT raid, me pleading them to not come out here and SWAT raid the house, and showing you all the evidence that Elijah did his probation 2 times, not just once, but 2 times. They extorted my son more than once and then tried to throw him in jail. And as his dad, I just couldn't let him do that to him. Throw him in jail for 7 years, over some probation thing that I know he did twice. And that I actually have this attorney hired that knows everything. And I'd already told my attorney, Elijah did this probation. Not once, but 2 times. So he has already owed a lot of money, irregardless of them assaulting him, throwing him in jail. But I don't think he's alive to see the day, because he would have taken the grenade pins, and filed. He could come on here and see, oh my God, my dad has that grenade pin that I got woken up with, and I don't know how they didn't, I was told Marshall I asked, where's the bullets and where's all the casings? Did out here. And I was told Marshall took them, because I asked immediately, because I knew they had shot my son, and I wanted to see the casings. Brrr, you hear that? Well, I found 2 grenade pins. They came here and assaulted us. All of us shot my son with his hand in the air and assaulted every one of us. None of us resisted. None of us were armed. None of us, nothing of the sort. And every one of us was battered and assaulted. My son was shot with his hands over his head. You can hear me pleading to them. You guys, he's coming out peacefully. You know, he's guys, you know, and I have my hands so they can see my hands as I have a gun pointed right at my face. You know, and I've already been hit in the face now with a grenade to my son and daughter from asleep. So I have a court date coming up in 18 days. And I can't deal with it until then, brothers and sisters, as much as it kills me every day. So, hold on one second. Hold on one second. I apologize, guys. I don't know. I got, yeah, I gotta check this because I got a hip camp message, guys. Give me 1 second. I have a hip camp. It's somebody I have coming out tomorrow. I'm hoping they don't cancel. Hold on 1 second. Everybody's been back. A guy just back out on me on something a minute ago. Gave me some thumbs up from something yesterday that, thank you, Father, for messing with me. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. YouTube, man, you guys suck. This channel sometimes, man. I have nothing when dude, how do I go back and nothing? So I have to end the stream, guys. They did this to me last time and I lost my, I don't have any chat. There's nothing here. It's all gone. I apologize. I had a cancellation for my hip camp. So God, Father keeps just spanking me. So can't get it. I tried it. Let me go out one more time, come back in, but I don't think we got a chat. All right, guys, apologize. No chat. I had to take that. I get hip campers. They said they were sick. They got canceled on me yesterday with the, it is what it is. All right. Hey, Love Brother says, I can't get a chat up. It's not, you know, there's nothing here. So I want to be able to talk to you guys a little bit. I mean, I can sit here and talk to myself all day. That's not gonna, that's no fun. So appreciate it. Love you. I'll be back up here. Love to see you back if you have the time. And if you want to support the ministry, come back. Thank you appreciate you guys that are support come back and spend your time here. And thank you for that super chat. Appreciate it. Links in the description. If you want to support the ministry through Cash App, PayPal, I will be trying to take the ministry on the road. So I'm going to have some expenses. You don't have to pay them. Don't worry. Paying mine, Father will provide. I have some land for sale if you're interested. I have many things for sale if you're interested. If you actually need a place, if you're hungry, if you know people are hungry, this is a ministry I can try to provide. Please let me know. We'll try to get something done here. So I don't want to take from anybody. I have abundance and I can help if you know somebody needs help. So let me try to end this stream here and we'll come back here and I'll come back up in a few. Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Whoa.